You're not being daft, Dad. You seem pretty upset by it on Sunday, going on about your memory. Was I? Oh, don't recall. She looks round at me and I give her a little wink. Oh, she rolls her eyes. Seriously though, are you? Are you really worried? What was it set you off? Well, it's just daft things really. Daft things happening in the house, you know. Well, no, I don't know. What things? Well, things not being where I left them. And I left the door unlocked the other evening. I never do that. And then when I came in, there was stuff all over the floor. I thought someone must have been in. What? She's a bit alarmed at that. Well, they hadn't. It's all right. It was just the kettle cupboard. I think I must have disturbed stuff in there, and when I came in, it was all over the floor. And then the jar of coffee fell out too and smashed. And, well, you know, it upset me a bit. Well, it would. To think there's been someone in the house. I know, there wasn't like. I checked all around, but even so. And then... No, perhaps I won't tell her. Not yet. She can't let it pass. Then... Oh, it's just daftness. I found your mum's toothbrush. What? Her toothbrush? I found it. Oh? And it upset you? Well, it would, having mum's things around. I thought you'd cleared that sort of stuff out a long time ago. It's not like it's sentimental, a toothbrush. Well, that's what I mean. I did clear it out, I'm sure of it, but there it was on the windowsill in the bathroom. She turns and looks at me, puzzled sort of expression on her face. Well, how did it get there? Well, exactly. Oh. And then her mug smashed. What? I always kept it on the mug tree, but then I thought I'd put it away for safekeeping, so I popped it on the top shelf of the kettle cupboard. But when Glynis was round yesterday... Glynis came round yesterday? Yes, just for a cup of... Well, it's a long story, actually. She was a bit upset. And... Well, I was going to make her a cup of tea in your mum's mug, and it fell on the floor and smashed. Oh, no. The one with the roses and the kitten? Mum loved that mug. I know she did, I know. So did Glynis. That's why I was going to... But anyway, it smashed. It was only a mug. But even so... She's quiet for a moment, stirring the soup. Let's eat this, she says. She gets some bowls out of the plates cupboard and I fetch the soup spoons and we take it through to the front room. We don't talk for a bit while we're eating. She's bought some Ritz crackers, so we have a few of them too with the soup. They're not like I remember them though, the Ritz. Must have changed the recipe. They're a bit dry. And when she's finished she says, Well, I'm sorry, Dad. Why, love? I'm just sorry I had upsetting time recently. Oh, right, well, I'll be all right, I dare say. Just wish we were a little bit closer. I scraped the last soup out of my bowl. Ah, well. That filled a hole, I say. Thanks, love. Oh, you're welcome. They moved in across the street, by the way. What, number 53? Oh, that's been empty a long time, hasn't it? So, what are they like? Are they nice? Oh, I've not really met her. He seems... Well, he's friendly enough, I suppose. She's a community nurse or something. Don't know what he does. Young? Oh, young enough. Right. Oh, yeah, that was another odd thing. What was? He said... I was chatting to him in the street. Weird. He said he saw someone in the bedroom. What? Whose bedroom? Ours. My bedroom. He said he was looking across and he could see someone in the bedroom looking out. Who? Who'd he see? Well, he said it was an old woman. Well, older, he said. Well, that's not likely, is it? No, of course not. I think he must have been looking at a different house. Yeah, must have. Yeah, number 70 perhaps. She's quite... Well, she looks older. Yes, he must have. He was adamant though, but... Anyway, I get up and take Lisa's bowl from her, and she follows me back through to the kitchen. I'll put the kettle on, shall I? Just a quick one then, Dad. I'll have to get going. Sorry it's been so short. Oh, don't worry about it. It's just nice to see you. I start filling the kettle and she comes up behind me and gives me a hug from behind. Rests her head on my back. I must say, it's nice to see her on her own. The boys are lovely, of course, and Dan, but sometimes it's nice to have her just to myself again, like old times. Oh, I'll get that thing for you, she says. I've left it in the car. She pops down the hall and out the front door. I can hear her open the car door, and then a few minutes later hear it slam shut again. She always slams the car door. Not so hard, I used to tell her. But it's her car now, so I suppose she can do what she likes. But it's a couple of minutes before she comes back in. Kettle's boiled and I've made the tea, and I'm just stood there mashing the tea bags with a spoon. She puts a plastic carrier bag down on the kitchen table, and she sees what I'm doing. Oh, not too strong for me, Dad. No? And no milk, I'm taking it black now. Trying to cut down on the dairy, you know. Are you? Why? Just, well, you know, for the planet and things. And my health. I'm not sure it agrees with me. Agrees with you? Well, you shouldn't argue with it then. And I give her a wink. She rolls her eyes. Geez, they don't get any better, do they? Do you want to drop a cold water in it, you know, to cool it down? No, it'll be fine. There you go then. Don't fall in, it's deep. She looks at it. There's obviously something wrong. She doesn't say anything. Thanks. I just saw Glynis, she says. Oh, right. Just out on the pavement. Right. We had a little chat. I can't quite tell where this is going. She told me about your cake. Very impressed she was. Yes, well. And she said Larry had come back. Well, yes, he did. But he's gone again now. She was really upset. That's why she came round. Of course she was. He really is a bastard, isn't he? Why can't he leave her alone? I don't know, love. He was a bit rude to me, too. To you? Why? What did he say? He called me a tow rag. Said I was... Oh, I don't want to say. What, Dad? He accused me of sniffing round Glynis. What? Bloody hell, Dad, you're only looking out for her. What did he say? Well, that's what I said to him. Told him I was just being neighbourly, that she'd been a good friend to me and I was to her, that's all. What a creep. I know. He offered me outside. He what? He offered me outside, you know, like he wanted to fight me. You're joking. Oh, my God. I know. He's 20 years younger than you. Well, I don't think it's 20. 10, maybe. Anyway, he sloped off on Monday morning really early. Don't think he even woke her up to say goodbye. Too much of a coward. And then she came round in the afternoon in floods. Oh, poor Glynis. I know.